plane, really tight plane flight that I have to catch right after this. So I'm going to skedaddle right out, but it would be great if we could start a little early. Here comes some more people. Hi. If you can sit where there's handouts, that would be awesome. Or lights. Are you okay with me? Okay. I'll try and stay in one spot. There's handouts up here. Do you need a wheelchair spot? I tried to leave the ends. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, some of you were not at my first session, so if you weren't, my name is Terri. I'm a certified sex educator, and I specialize in working with and providing resources for people with intellectual disabilities, their parents, and professionals who support them. So this is really geared towards self-advocates, but I think we can all learn when we're talking about healthy and unhealthy relationships. We all are in relationships. So today we are going to be, oh, here I go. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to stay right here. We're going to be using stoplights to kind of illustrate, to use as when we talk about healthy and unhealthy relationships, we're going to use these as a visual. So let's just review, even if you're not a driver, you know what happens when you get to a red light. What does red light mean? Scott? Is it Reichel? Richard. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Stop. Yeah. So if we're talking about relationships, what do you think a red light might mean? Why would we stop a relationship? Okay, you're not comfortable? Okay. 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 Great. I think you guys are on the right track. I'm going to use it to illustrate unhealthy, and those are all things that you guys were talking about. So if a relationship is unhealthy, we're going to call it red light, okay? All right, so we're going to use, okay. I guess I have these in a different order. Okay, what about green light? What happens when you get to a green light? You get to go. So if we're talking about relationships, what do you think a green light relationship would be? It's going to work out? Okay, so keep going. Okay. Anybody have other ideas? Green light. It's comfortable. You're into comfortable and uncomfortable. That's good. That means you're looking at your gut, right? You're kind of trusting your gut. Okay. Yeah. So green in this workshop is really going to mean healthy. Healthy. We feel good about it. Everything's good. We did red light. What do you think yellow light means? Okay, so when we're riding in a car, what does yellow light mean? Okay. Or yield, yep. Slow down. And why would we slow down in a relationship? Okay, excellent, excellent. Yes, yellow light means, it's that, I'm not sure I like where this is going, right? Okay, awesome. All right, I want you guys to think about a relationship that you're in right now. And, the other thing I should say is in this workshop, I'm not just talking about dating relationships, but we can certainly apply this. In the last session, we talked about kind of 5 different basic types of relationships: family, friends, acquaintances, dating relationships, and helpers. Okay, so in this workshop, I wanted to kind of talk about all those kinds of relationships. So I want you to think about a relationship that you have that you really feel like it's a healthy one. Okay, think it can be it doesn't have to be a dating relationship, it can be any relationship that you have. What about that relationship makes it feel healthy? And green. What makes it green? Good communication. Okay, I'm going to write some of these ideas down. Good communication. Respect. Loyalty. Okay, wait. I know you guys have these words down, but I want to make sure you know what they mean. Richard, what does trust mean? Okay. Knowing who they really are and believing who they really are. Okay. All right. Excellent. What does loyalty mean? Who said that? Who said loyalty? They got your back. Okay. I like that. Yes. Did you have a question? Okay, respect. I didn't write that one down, did I? Okay. Mitchell? You're Mitchell? Okay, nice to meet you, Mitchell. Which is what took you so long? Okay, so So characteristics of a green light relationship, you're telling me. Good communication, loyalty, trust, respect. What else? You're thinking about that healthy green relationship you have. What else comes to mind? Happiness. Thank you. Happiness. Understanding. You mean you understand them or they understand you? Okay. That was the answer I was looking for. Okay, anything else? Give and take. Turn taking. Thank you. We are going to talk about that today. Anything else? Content. That's kind of like happiness, right? Only a milder version. Balance. Tell me what you mean by that. Who said that? Oh. Okay. Excellent. All right. What about red light relationships? What are some of the things you think of when you think of a relationship that you've had? Hopefully it's past, and you're not still in it. But think about that relationship. What were some of the things that made it red light? I'm sorry, that was too noisy. What? Abusive. Okay. Physical and verbally abusive. And verbal. Okay? What do you mean by that? You thought it was a good word? Yeah. Unsteady. I think I know what you mean, but I'm trying to think. Unstable? Unstable. Off balance. So, okay, maybe one-sided? Okay. Okay. Unfaithful. Does that mean cheating? Who said that? Oh, okay. Okay. Untrustworthy. Okay. Anything else you can think of? I'm just going to say secrets. Secrets. Don't tell. Not sharing things that are important. Excellent. What? Controlling. I like these. I mean, I don't like them, but they're good. They're good answers. Yes. Mitchell. Aggressive? It depends. You don't know your what? Your colors? Oh, got it. I think we have physically aggressive. But yeah, that's why I was doing the stoplight analogy, because everybody's ridden in a car. They at least kind of know what that feels like. Okay. All right, good. All right, so what do you think yellow light, we talked about that. What do you think yellow light means in a relationship? How would you know you're in a yellow light relationship? Too many questions? Tell me what you mean by that. Oh, more questions than answers. Okay. I like to ask questions in a relationship. That's why I asked you that question. You might feel like they're untrustworthy. Okay. So what's the difference between a red light untrustworthy and a yellow light untrustworthy? Okay. Okay. All right. I told you I was going to make you think. He didn't like that. All right. Okay. Any other thoughts on yellow light? Mitchell? Yes. That's right. So in a relationship, what makes you think you have to slow down? We said... Oh, maybe the relationship is going too fast. Maybe you started dating, I'm using a dating example, and now they want to get engaged, and you've only known them for 2 months. That would be a, slow down. Right. Okay. All right, good. All right, you guys know what I'm talking about. So, those are the lights, and Mitchell, I don't know if you can maybe does he have lights there? Here, maybe you can help him with that. And have a set. All right, so I'm summarizing here. You guys had a lot of good examples of what a healthy relationship or green light relationship looks like, but I'm going to focus on just 3 things. This is a self-advocacy conference, so we're going to talk about empowerment, okay? In healthy relationships, we feel empowered, okay? You know what that means? You have the energy to be successful. It does take energy to be in relationships. All right, I need a volunteer. Who wants? Richard, you want to be my volunteer? You can stay right there. Just grab the end of it. Okay. When we talk about power in the relationship, any relationship, it's what you guys talked about. Hey, you're holding out a little too tight. Richard. Don't let it go. Okay. So in a relationship, in a healthy relationship, we talk about shared power. So it looks something like this, okay? Just relax. Richard, just relax. Let me lead for a second. Just a sec. No, hold on. Hold on. We're not going to give away all of our power, right? We're just going to. Okay, so we're going back and forth here. All right, and now you take some power, Richard. You're going to make some decisions. What do we mean by power? In relationships, what do we use when we talk about power? What are we talking about? How do we exhibit power? How do we show power in a relationship? Control. Giving control and taking control, absolutely, with decisions, with communication. You know, it's not all about one person making all the choices, right? You're doing good, Richard. Now pull, okay? So now Richard gets to have some power, right? Now I'm going to decide where to go on the next date. Now you're going to pay. Now I'm going to have a conversation, but I want to lead the topic. Go ahead. Now you get to talk, okay? So it is about that back and forth for all of us. Healthy relationships are about shared power. Okay, good. You got it? It's a hard concept. It's a really hard concept. So excellent. No, you did great. All right. We're also going to talk about safety. And in the last session, in case you weren't here, we were talking a little bit about boundaries. I'll define that again for people who weren't here. And trust. And then support and encouragement. Support and encouragement. And you also see my picture here of this two-way. All of these things are two-way. Okay? It's not just about us in a relationship and what people do to us or for us. It's what we give in a relationship too, right? It's back and forth. It's back and forth. Okay. All right. So we talked about empowerment. I was showing you kind of what that looks like. In red light relationships, we might see other people who are in control or wanting to control us, okay? Or decisions are being made by other people about us. Or you're always being told what to do versus people asking for your opinion. Does that ever happen to anybody? Yeah. In green light, when we're talking about empowerment, it often feels like you have a say in the relationship. You have a voice, and that's important. These are all good things. Power is shared. Richard, now you know what that feels like. There is turn-taking on all levels, and you know your rights. Now, I'm not going to go through the handout I gave you, but it is a relationship rights. I want you to know what your rights are in any relationship that you have. Okay, so we're going to use our lights now just to kind of go through empowerment and what that looks like. I'm going to give you some examples, and then you guys are going to decide, is it green? Is it yellow? Is it red? Green means healthy. And Mitchell, if you don't know the colors, just say healthy, unhealthy, or slow down. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. Okay. All right. You tell her what you think, and then she'll help you with the light. So, you tell someone no when you do not want to do something they want you to do. And again, this can be in any kind of relationship. So let's see some lights. And there's not always a right answer. I mean, there can be different answers to this, depending on how you're thinking about this, okay? You tell someone no when you do not want to do something they want you to do. Okay, so we have, come on, people. I don't see many. Oh yeah, you just got to hold them up a little bit so I can see. Okay, so we got every color. So green light, people, you're thinking, this is good. It's part of a healthy relationship, having a voice, telling people no when you say no. Yellow light. Skylar, why do you have a yellow light? That's a slowdown. No, this is for you though. You tell someone no when you do not want to do something they want you to do. They want you to do. Is it okay to say no? If it's something you don't want to do? Okay, then why do you think it's a yellow light? Ah, there you go. I told you would have to think today. So, Skylar, for you, if somebody told, what would be somebody said no to something, what would be a yellow light example of that? Okay. Okay. Is it going to be on your chore chart? Ah, so you're saying it depends on how they ask. Excellent distinction. Are you guys listening, caregivers? Okay. So tell me a nice way somebody would ask you. How would you, if it was if they were asking you respectfully, what would that sound like? You just have to say please? Okay. Okay. All right. Excellent. And Mitchell, you had red. So you tell someone no when you do not want to do something they want you to do. You don't think that's okay to say no? Okay. Did you have a situation in mind? What would you say? Yeah, neither do I. Neither do I. So, yes. Do we get to say no all the time? No, we don't. Okay. Okay. All right. See, everybody has different things in their head, and that's why I want you to explain what color you're using. How about this one? Your friend accepts that you feel differently than they do about some topic that you're talking about. They disagree with you, your friend. Is that okay? All right, I see all greens. Yeah, is it okay to have a different opinion than somebody else? Absolutely. Okay. Your roommate does your chores when you're sick. Red light, green light, yellow light. Your roommate does your chores. You think that's a red light? When you're sick. Okay, yeah. So is that healthy if somebody's helping you out, Mitchell? Okay. If they have to help you out every week, is that okay? Yes, that's right. That's right. All right. What were you going to say? Yellow light. Excellent. Is that bad? Okay. All right. Boy, you are skeptical. Okay. If the expectation is even, is what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes doing things when people don't ask is really nice. Okay, good job. All right. Nobody asked your opinion at the yearly staffing meeting. We're talking about empowerment here. All right, we got a lot of reds. So your yearly staffing meeting, nobody's even asking your opinion about anything. Well, you wouldn't be alone, Mitchell. From what I'm seeing here. Okay, I got some yellows. So you're going to wait for somebody to ask. It's okay if nobody asks you anything. You know what? If it's your staffing meeting, I think you should be the center. So it's okay to put yourself out there. I mean, that's just my opinion, but hey, if this meeting is about you, you should be in the middle. You should be leading the meeting. Totally okay. Yeah, okay. Your family member helps you figure out how to make a tough decision about your future. So they're trying to support you in making a tough decision about maybe where you live or what your job should be or... What's so funny? Oh, you know what? When I do this for self-advocates, it's so interesting to me because parents, sometimes kids feel like they don't have control around their parents. Anybody feel like that? I know my daughter would be raising her hand. Okay, all right. So Richard, tell us how you really feel. You don't know. Mom, turn around. They're helping you figure out. Okay. Teresa? Oh, that's my name. Okay, so Teresa, if they're pushing you to move in their direction, then it would be yellow light. Excellent. Okay. Okay, how do you handle that? No, I'm asking you. That's good. You weren't ready to hear their advice. Okay. Okay. So more time. You need more time. Okay. All right. So that would be a way to handle it, right? Can we not do this right now, but can I take more time? Unless there was an apartment that was available right now and you had to make it, yeah. Okay. Do you see all the tough parts about this? Okay. Your dating partner is always in control and telling you what to do. I think that's everybody would agree that's not okay, right? One person has all the power. And Mitchell, everybody's got a red light up. Your friend does all the talking and doesn't really listen. Anybody know people like that? You're just a listener? There's turn taking involved in this. Okay, all right. Everybody's got a red light. All right. Okay, let's talk about boundaries and trust in relationship. So in red light relationships, we're talking about sharing personal information without permission. That can be on social media. That can be on, in your friendship circle. Things are taken from you. We're talking about boundaries and trust here. Unwanted touching, body boundaries, inappropriate sexual touching. Now, in the last session, we talked about boundaries for private parts. Anybody know what those? Anybody who was in that session, don't give it away. But what are the only times when anybody should ever be looking at or touching your private body parts? What would be the reasons? Doctor, health, dating partner, consensual, freely chosen, yes. Okay. What's the third one? Health, consent in dating relationship, and consensual touch, and what's the last one? Keeping your body clean, if you need help with that. Okay. All right. Any kind of hurtful touch, you guys said this before, shoving, hitting, pushing, never okay. You guys are too important to be hurt. Green light, boundaries and trust. They respect your touch and affection limits and your body. What would that look like if somebody's respecting your body? Let's say in a dating. Ask permission. Yep, they would. That's called getting consent, yes. Right? Excellent. Touch and affection is appropriate for the situation. Personal belongings are respected. Personal information is kept private. Okay. All right. So that's what that would look like. Let's do some examples. Someone you don't know touches you without asking. That is red. You're right, Mitchell. I mean, I would agree, and everybody else in the room agrees with you, too. Your dating partner pressures you to do sexual things you don't want to do. Okay. Okay. I thought you said awesome, but also red. Everybody agrees with you, Mitchell. A close friend starts massaging your neck, but you don't like it. I personally like neck massages, but it depends on who's doing it, right? Yeah. Skylar, you have green. It's okay with you. You like neck massage, even if somebody at the bus stop is giving you a neck massage? Wow. Okay, you should have been in the last session. Oh, you were? Wow. What do we say about relationship? The relationship that you have with the person. I know it's hard to resist a neck massage, but, I don't want people who don't know you giving a neck, that's a boundary breaker. Okay. Oh, you don't start with neck massages. You start with conversations, getting to know the person slowly over time. Don't start with a neck massage. Because oftentimes that goes into other areas of your body. We call that grooming, right? Grooming. You know what? If you really like massages, go to a massage therapist. Seriously. I know. Does he? Do you? Okay. I know lots of people who that is becoming a regular thing, and why not, right? Your dating partner kisses you goodnight. I don't say in here if you like it or not, but that it is, when we're talking about dating relationships, that is something that you do only in a dating relationship, right? Yeah. Not okay for you? You got a red light? No? Okay. How are you going to say goodbye on a date? Better think about that. Maybe not on the first date. Okay. Okay, you'd rather hug. Okay. So you have to say that then, right? Your dating partner hits you. Boo, never okay. I better not have any yellows even on this one. Okay. Nope, we're all in agreement. Your friend asks you to send a picture of your private body part. We get the editorial comment from Mitchell. Mitchell, everybody's agreeing with you. Okay, we're going to skip this. These are just belongings here. Your coworker shares their lunch with you when you forget yours. So we're talking about turn taking. Okay. All right. I'm running out of time. Okay. Sharing your lunch? Yeah, that's a green. Okay, so the other, so we've talked about empowerment, we've talked about boundaries and trust, and now we're going to talk about support and encouragement. In healthy relationships, we feel supported and encouraged, okay? We like to stay in those kinds of relationships. So what does that look like in red light? Mean things are said. That doesn't help us feel supported and encouraged. The person is unreliable. That's not fun either. Promises are broken. They use you or others. What does that mean? If somebody's using you, what does that mean? I know, but what does it look like? Okay, that would be one example. They're taking your things and not giving them back. They're taking advantage of you. What does that look like? Okay. Does anybody have any examples? Okay. So they're only friends with you because they want you to do something for them. Okay, so it's not an equal partnership. There's underlying reasons for why they're being nice to you. Anybody known people like that? Okay. All right. All right. They make you feel bad about yourself. We don't need that crap in our lives. Okay. On the other hand, green light support and encouragement would look like, being kind. The person is trustworthy and reliable. They do what they say they're going to do. That would be another way to say it. They help out when help is needed. You feel valued and supported when you're with this person. Okay? All right. Some examples? You ready? Oh, we did that one already. Your boss doesn't think you are keeping up with your coworkers. Talking about support and encouragement. Your boss doesn't feel like you're keeping up with your coworkers at work. So this is a tough one. Because I think a lot of us would feel like we're not being supported. What time does the session end? What? Oh, 2:10, we're good. Okay. I think a lot of people would feel like they're not being supported if this happened. But so I see mostly yellow and a red. Tell me why you have red. This is the boss. Okay, so Paige's thought was, if this was a supportive boss and an encouraging boss, instead of saying you're not keeping up, she might say, give you some ways and ideas for how you could keep up. instead of just telling you you're not. Okay, excellent. So that's red light. Yellow light. So how they say it would make a difference. Okay. Okay. All right. I noticed you're, or otherwise, I noticed you're struggling a little bit. What can we do to make this easier? Okay. Excellent.
Or maybe they need to have a meeting, a boss meeting with you and give you a list of what you can do better to keep it up to control versus.
Okay. This is where self-advocacy comes in, right? That's an excellent idea. And that, so you're suggesting to the boss what would help you.
Yes.
That is self-advocacy. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Were you going to say something, Skylar? What did you have? You think that's okay? Because that's the boss's job? All right. There's different opinions on this. All right. Okay. What if they threaten to fire you because you're not keeping up? What would you do then? Okay, that's red. but your job would have to be what? What would you have to do? Oh, or what Skylar said. I mean, Richard said. Can we have a meeting so we can talk about this, and so I can find out what I need to do better and come up with some ideas. Yeah. Or you knowing what helps you, and then telling the boss that, because she may not know.
What can I do better for the coworkers, and then everybody stays happy at the job.
Because we like happiness. You and everybody else I work with. Your job coach helps you work out a problem at work. This would be another resource for you, right? Yeah, that's a supportive relationship. Excellent. Your caregiver doesn't show up over and over. All right, we got mostly red. We have a yellow. Kevin? So Kevin is saying yellow because you have to find out what's going on with that person. Maybe they're in a rough spot. Okay. That's why I put over and over. So it's a repeated behavior. But I agree with you. Is this new? Did it just start? Did they used to be reliable and now they're not? So what's going on? Okay. A phone call is respectful. Okay, that's what you need. Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so this is great. You guys are you're looking at these problems in a broad way, which is great. Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah. The boss doesn't show up. That is a problem. Your parents tell you they're proud of you. Supporting and encouraging. She's like, you better put green up. You help shovel the sidewalk for your elderly neighbor. Speaking of going both ways, right? It's not always about what people are doing to you. It's how you're also giving and supporting and encouraging other people as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Oh, one more. You stay a little later at work to help a coworker catch up. Again, you're giving back too. You're going to say green, and that's what everybody else said too, Mitchell. All right, I think we get the idea. I think you guys are good. One question for you, though. When we talk about red light relationships, why do you think people stay in red light relationships? Say that more concretely. Okay, so they'd rather be with somebody who treats them bad than be alone. Okay, that's what we mean by codependent. Yes. Okay, so the relationship changed. Do relationships change over time? They sure can. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not saying family is always good. I mean, that our relationships with family aren't always good. Yes, I get it. Yeah. Fear? Fear of what? Okay. Okay. Yes.
They're more wealthier than you, and you can't leave the relationship, and so you have to stay in that relationship because that's how you are homeless or whatever.
Oh, money, financial issues. Okay. All right. Yes, that is something that happens. Even in marriages, right? People are afraid to leave because financially they can't handle it. Any other reasons? Okay. Stay for the kids. Okay. Yeah, sometimes breaking off relationships is hard. Really hard, and it has ramifications, but go ahead. Okay. Even though it's unhealthy. Okay. Any other? Wow. Yeah. 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 Okay. Well, I want you guys to ask yourself about your relationships. You can, after you leave here today, do you feel respected in your relationships? Okay. And do you make other people feel that same way? So that's your homework. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a hand. Wow. It is 2:10, 2:09. That's pretty good. Yeah, just pass your stoplights to the end, and we'll pick them up.